Hello boys and girls, it's me, Cool Yoshi. Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch, which people are seeming to enjoy quite a bit. I'll just say that much. In the last video, we did Toon Link's Battle and Boss Challenge A-Rank. So now we have to do the same thing with Tetra again. But more importantly, we've moved on to the final row of characters. So that's what? 6 or so months that we'll have to... like 6 more weeks or so that we repaired this and we'll be done with this annoying part. We can finally start playing the normal video setup again. It's gonna be so exciting to play a normal setup again. I feel like I like it. If it weren't for these unique characters, let's be honest, going into the third setup, I probably would be very bored of challenge mode after a while. I mean, I would get to the point where I probably would not really seriously go for challenge mode at all, because this is just the same stuff over and over and over again. I can see why not many people 100% this game. Part of the thing is, I actually do like this game quite a bit, though. I have a big passion for it myself. But anyway, so I honestly, I need to reveal some stuff before people gets a little bit confusing, but I think that's fine. I think people deserve to know what's going on anyway, so... That's 500, right? Yeah, okay, we just did it right away. Wow, that was fast. That'd take long at all. Anyway. So, I guess I should mention first that I did complete my other playthrough that I did, which was of Hot Wheels Unleashed now. It's still kind of coming out in stages, but pretty soon it'll be available for everyone. But it's gotten so far ahead and also gotten this out. I decided to do something that I don't think I've ever seen in the channel. I decided to not take a full game, though, because I've been excited since it's debut in a specific set, and also because, well, guess what game I'm playing next? Well, I'll just gotta tell you, sort of. Anyway. So, I guess I should just explain what's going on. The first trick setup is, yes, I'm actually going to be doing a double playthrough trick. Now, you've already seen it quite a bit with Hyrule Warriors and whatnot, but that was just the first part of a small thing that I'm trying to do. That was just like the first part of this whole series that I'm trying to catch up here by doing that. Tetra's range on that special is not great. Anyway. Anyways, though, so you might have noticed that this playthrough is coming up despite another main playthrough going on. That's because in order to try and speed this playthrough more towards its completion, I figured it'd be a nice idea to this playthrough going at the same time as another one. Okay, this is literally gonna take you. They're gonna use magic fountain to get rid of some enemies here so we can get to this part. Okay, anyways, forget about it. This is probably gonna actually. Okay, I may have to actually focus for a minute. Tetra is like the worst natural move ever, so it'll take her just to clear it. I've seen narrators with really weird skills that don't really do much, but Tetra's has like the lowest range I've seen of any character. Oh, this one. It's so hard to do. Look how we just crossed the 3-minute mark, and we're not even close to finishing this. Remember how I said the 5-minute timer was all that mattered for the set? Well, we're actually getting kind of close to doing this, failing this. And this is actually why I used Magic Fountain so many times ago, a little bit earlier. That's because before this loop, you get like almost no troops to hit, and it often just doesn't work half the time. So for most characters, it's actually better to wait until after you do this the reinforcements to attack them, because then there's so many more troops, and they're just easier to that way, and yeah, you can get the job done a lot faster doing this. Change, you kind of lose a lot of troop effectiveness versus just taking them out manually. This is why initially, when I tried to saw everything, but even that was kind of tricky, because like, you still had to wait for everything to come through. So we really had to use all of our special just to get through this one. It's the slowest character we see before. Other calls free-fall dash to defeat quite a few enemies with special attacks. Probably the most not balanced challenge so far we've had to do. Somehow it's still B rank, not C rank. Don't ask me why. Anyway, you might have noticed that, yes, this playthrough was coming out at the same time as another playthrough that we've talked a bit now. It's coming out at the same time as our main playthrough, and the main reason I did that is because I wanted to make sure that I get more videos out and also finish this playthrough, because I figured I started it so long ago but never really got a chance. So that's why I am doing it now, so we can both finish that off and so that we can basically get through that. But there's something else I forgot to mention as well. If I get pretty far ahead in videos, you may see 2 playthroughs simultaneously. Anybody who's watched YouTube will know some of the better drivers and whatever, some of the better YouTubers I've seen will actually have multiple playthroughs going at once, and that's actually what I plan on doing. And that's what I actually wanted to reveal. However, you're going to see 2 main playthroughs simultaneously at once, but in exchange, there will be no Hyrule Warriors for a couple of weeks, so I just thought I would warn you guys that, yeah, you're not going to see this. So you may want to watch it while you still can. We're still going to finish the game, it's just we're going to take a break from it for a little bit, because we want to actually do, like, main playthroughs too. So, in exchange of that, I'm gonna be trying to play through the main as a little bit more, both because it's very useful and also because, well, to be fair, I want to do a different game set. And if anybody's been watching my, if anybody's been watching my main playthrough so far, well, they'll know that currently, at least out, is Hot Wheels. But it's actually a game I want to play more than that. And yeah, that's right. So I'm actually talking about Mario Kart. Yeah, so if anybody is wondering, yes, I'm actually going to be playing a new Mario Kart world. But don't look at it as just another repeated playthrough. It actually is going to be something different. I'm actually going to do something interesting in the game. I'm not going to show you full details on it, of course, but I just thought I would mention it because I figured I've been seeing a couple of movies so far, but they've mostly just been focusing on the main storyline stuff and not much else. And there's another thing that keeps getting talked about as well, but I'm not going to explain yet because I want to try and have you guys figure it out for yourself in case you're still new to the name. But yeah, anyways, in a previous video series, at least in one of these Hyrule Warriors videos, I mentioned now I got a Switch 2. Well, now I can 100% confirm that not only have I got a Switch 2, but I figured out that it's just as easy to record as the Switch 1, with just one slight exception. I can't use the same dock that I used for the Switch 1, which means I now have to switch between the Switch 1 and Switch 2, switching whenever I want to record Hyrule Warriors, and switch between into Switch 2 whenever I want to record other stuff. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because I do want to actually move up in consoles, and I'm pretty sure people wanted to see better and see as how not everyone's probably gonna own the Switch 2 like they owned the Switch 1. So that's why a lot of my playthroughs, except for Hyrule Warriors now, at least this game, will be now done exclusively on the Switch 2, both for convenience sake and also because, well, the Switch 2 just has faster load times in general. I think the Switch will just run faster on it in general, and I think that will help out a ton. So that is definitely something I want to do. By the way, Stan that's also sad, so yeah, not much to say. Anyways, yes, I want to start doing Switch playthroughs because I know they're so cool and I want to get through all this stuff to really expand my environment. And of course, one of the first games I want to start with is Mario Kart World, since I've never played a Mario Kart game on the stream. However, I have, on this channel. Thinking I'm streaming, but yeah, I haven't played Mario Kart game on this channel yet. Mario Kart World, I think, looks like a good play, and the fact that it's also the Switch release game also makes it really special to me. I think it was pretty cool. The game so far has been really fun to play. Note, it will not be a full blind playthrough because we've actually have played a little bit of the game already. I keep seeing people play other stuff, so I probably will not do online playthrough of it because I'd rather focus on just doing interesting stuff. Anyway, yes. So that was actually the main thing I wanted to tell you guys as kind of a surprise. Yeah, lots of the playthroughs you see now, besides this one, will now be on Switch 2, which will significantly benefit my gameplay because it has faster load times and better subs. And it's really good. Despite the fact that we are still going to be locked in 60 FPS per second. That is something that people are going to talk about, and yes, unfortunately, I have confirmed that the Switch 120 frames per second HD stuff only works on an HD TV, and yeah, that's about that to say. So, when recording through a monitor like this, we're going to only be able to get it at 60 frames per second, but being able to maintain consistent 60 frames per second is very grateful, I there, and also the games will certainly still look better than they've ever been so far. They just won't look as great as if you were just playing them on an HD TV normally, so that's the only difference. Anyways, I just wanted to mention that because yes, any playthroughs that you see from here on out will be extra segment. What's the big surprise though? Well, to try and make this playthrough get a little bit, and also to try and push out the Switch 2 thing a little bit better, I decided to double playthrough for this video set. That means you're gonna see the last videos of Hot Wheels Leash, and also get videos of Mario Kart World at the same time. And that is actually why I'm not doing Hyrule Warriors again for a bit, because I wanted to not only take a break from just spamming the same game stuff over and over again, but I also wanted to go and stay great. We will come back to this game, of course. We'll still be coming back to it. But now I wanted to try something different and see how this works, because we might try more of it in the future, because I think by doubling down on our features count, we can get out a lot more videos faster and just get out panel points. Will it end up working really well? I have no idea, but we'll try to figure something out, and I think we can make something work. And that's what I wanted to tell you, that playing the Switch 2 is like, not only are we doing that, but you get to see some videos per day for quite a bit. not going to go on forever. It's only going to be for a few days or so, and you're still going to have to wait a little bit, but it won't be that much longer before we start, and just you wait, guys. When you actually see our Mario Kart World playthrough, you're going to be in for experience. We're going to probably do something that no YouTuber has probably ever attempted to do. Well, there probably is going to be someone that inevitably does this as well, but yeah. I'll mention it a little bit more later. So, yeah. I figure it would be fun to experience too, considering one of the other games I actually wanted to play on this channel isn't coming out for quite a while. I need to find a way to buy time, and I feel like this setup I have will make it very interesting. In fact, maybe make it a little, so that's why I was talking about it, because I think we could probably make this work. Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a new series of a series that I've actually enjoyed for a while. I've actually been wanting to do Mario Kart stuff for it anyways, because I've played pretty much every game in the Mario Kart franchise and beaten quite a couple of them. And I could also safely say that yes, I did indeed beat the original Super Mario Kart on 150cc. That took a lot of reloading and, well, safe save is because I was playing on the Wii U for that. Yeah, I still play that console if anybody is wondering. To be fair, it has a really good retro lineup. At least, well, before the Switch was introduced, that was like one of the things I still kept on replaying. It does have pretty good backwards compatibility with Wii games at the very least, and it does save space and having both a Wii and a Wii U at the same time. Even if the Wii U may not be as great. Anyways, yeah, I've been playing Mario Kart games for that, as well as some other stuff, and I've pretty much played every Mario series that I know of, and I've even 100%ed quite a few of them as well. So I'm very excited to finally get into this new stuff. Will it be hard? Probably yes, because when I looked at it last, it's going to be pretty chaotic, so it'll be at least a little exciting to see. I think it will definitely be unlike any game you've seen before. If anybody wonders, yes, there are still full playthroughs on YouTube now that you can watch in those games, but just trust me when I say my playthrough of the game is gonna be unlike anything you've probably ever seen, and you'll see what I mean when I get into it. But first, we still have to get to that part. Alright. Well, there we go. Alright, let's see here. Let's, keep going for this. I'm just gonna stick with it, because why not? But yeah, now you know the surprise that I was trying to tell you guys about. Is that my next playthrough will be Mario Kart World, and it's gonna be a double playthrough series, which means you'll get Hot Wheels Unleashed and Mario Kart World at the same time for quite a bit. And that's why I simply cannot record one of these at the same time, because it would get really tedious. So that's why I'm going to be taking this for a little bit. It won't be for very long. We will eventually see us play more Hyrule Warriors eventually. It's just going to be a little break. Just wanted you guys to know that. Anyways, back in the actual we know about, yeah, we're kind of just annihilating enemies using Magic Fountain Plus. Not much to say. I will say, so far, I don't really like Tetra in this game. She's a pretty slow character, and as you saw earlier, her special is downright terrible, making her probably the hardest character to do the special challenge with. if you're struggling with this, definitely bring Special Fountain Plus. It makes it so you can pretty much just use specials indefinitely for at least a full minute, which is very helpful for that mission because it simply just takes way too long without it. So yeah, I could see some people maybe even running out of time because of that. It is so awkward to do right, and that's why I don't care. On top of that, haven't really mastered her, so I don't really know what specials are great on her. She seems to have a decent spamming combo, but other than that, there's just so many characters that are just not this character. Not really the best, I'll say that much, but we'll find a way to make it work. We did show off our victory animation earlier, of course, though, which you saw in the second now while we're still trying to top. But anyways, hope you guys are excited for that new playthrough. But anyways, now that we're about to be about, let's just say a little bit more about Tetra. Is she the worst character? No, probably not. There's probably worse characters than that, but she is definitely on my worst tier list. It's not that I can't control her, it's more that I do not think she's just character ever. I feel like there's many things she could have gotten improved on to make it a little bit easier. A little bit. Once we get into Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, I hope each character is at least somewhat controllable. Because some characters in this game just seem really hard to use occasionally, but then again, this is just a natural balance thing that comes with almost every game. Alright, well, see how terrible that setup works. Gonna have to do the basic normal strategy. When I mean by basic normal, I mean by literally just distract bosses one at a time. My special will simply not reach that far. And the animation means there's possible I might just miss the boss entirely. So yeah, of course we're gonna have to execute this one at a time here. Okay, I guess the special damage seems alright. At least on the so for taking out bosses one at a time, you could at least do something good, but otherwise she isn't really the best at taking uses, so like we still have the fear, right? Let's do this. You can see what happens when she knocks a boss down. Anyway, this is what the normal loop would be like. So that'll be the closest loop I have to doing any form of damage to the boss. Just basically spamming the same move over and over again, but as you can see, nothing's really good against the move passes, so you kind of just mess it out, and it's just something that may happen. So as you might have noticed, yeah, cross damage isn't great. Many of her attacks seem kind of bad and funky and hard to use. Her specials, gosh darn awful in pieces. Just doesn't have the best range, doesn't seem to do much damage to them. And then on top of all that, add in the fact that she doesn't seem to have any special ability that I know of, at least when using special attacks, and yeah, one of the worst characters by far, in my opinion, at the very least. I do wish if she would, especially considering now she's in the main story, that they did buff her to make her a lot more powerful, because honestly, it could have been very well much stronger. Not that I don't like her, I just think she's not a great character. There's way better characters out there that you can play. I'll just say that much. As a result, this challenge is probably going to be really slow, but also really interesting with her, because we don't know what's going to happen. All I will say is we're probably going to have to use a lot of specials to safely finish with her. Is our Mutare, which simply needs specials to work. Speaking of which, if you do get really tired or struggling with trying to get stuff done, well, Good news, Special Fountain Plus will let you use specials whenever you want, and by the way, if you are really struggling with hitting the weak point sashes, like I am with certain characters, you can just use specials to fight them instead. That's basically what we have to do with Tetra. That's what makes her somewhat weak, in my opinion, sort of. Not really good in terms of playing this necessary. This guy is rolling so fast, by the way. It's actually hilarious. I decided to do like a more avoid strategy this time and not use green crush multiple times right away. And when I killed, I was like, whoa. That other one was still attacking and rolled into the other boss, which sounded kind of hilarious in hindsight. Okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. Get that other guy down. Finally. He was gone. And then defeat the other guy with this. And there we go. Got rid of them all. Bam. Gone. And thankfully going came right to us, so we'll just take it now. I'm gonna take care of a little worried about doing properly since she has the least stun time probably of any boss that I know about. Of course we have to use a couple simples, but nice. So there we go, we did just that. I believe there are a couple of strategies you can do with her special, but they seem so long is, I feel like just doing it attack is easier. So until something is discovered, we're probably gonna have to just do something with her. Not much you can really do. Anything Japanese is better because Elias has a haste ability that makes an attack pass, which can work. Tetra does not have any of those abilities. Yeah, not really the greatest of characters. But of course, we have to show off Tears as part of doing 100% because we do need to do this with every character that I'm following. So of course, we're gonna be doing it. Yeah, doing it's all the same. It took a while for them to spawn. We went around and there was like nobody there. Took them out finally, though. Alright, let's see how she goes with the boost now. Oh, we are getting close to the end. I'm still waiting a bit on using my... Right. Oh, yeah, this. Which is the Apophia Magna which is the anti-boss for you. I've been trying to hold off on that a bit more because, like, we're getting really low on materials, and if we run out, we will not be able to use this for a bit. So I've been trying to save it the best I can, but try as I might, sure, if I could, I guess all the other more reason to use no anti-boss Formia, since we simply will not have enough for it eventually, and so building back enough again will help out a lot. I think that's just going to be how we do this again. Hey, we'll just do this the way I usually do. Completely knock the bolt down. And because of the way it's set out, we're probably going to have to tackle one at a time again. Not even knowing to try the strat point without even breaking the weak points. It's actually against Star Drop naturally anyways. so I think we're just gonna take the normal strat, Tetra, because their special is not that great. Stop down. It only seems to do a lot of damage, but that's only because we make it like that. We really boost it a lot using this feature. See, that's what you do when you mess up. Rather forget. Gosh. Oh, I just realized something I can do. Okay, so I guess we can just over. Okay, interesting. Never done the boss like that before, but yeah, then again, chick fountain for you. This boss was really close, I figured I'd put that one there next. Special now. Don't know how many times I did it with only one this time. Again, the Ardrox are just kind of casually fighting each other, and we're just gonna break up that fight by taking out both of them instead. Neither one of them's gonna win because we're gonna take them both out. Isn't that fair, huh? See, their special is really hard to aim properly. Thankfully, it was able to totally knock out one of them. Surprisingly, the hour one didn't do it. Yes, this works. So I guess you can somewhat kill the bosses, it's just a little bit tricky to do. You probably have to really do it. Okay, we barely did that in time. Oh my god, we're so far away. Still getting knocked around by stupid pay attacks again. All the same. We all love it have on the troops this time, but then again, we kind of needed to. It's right there. I figured I would at least take her out. It's still there. So yeah, a little bit tougher Val there, but it's just what it is when you don't have a good schedule. I only really did that strat because it was right next to me there. So also both goals could be next to you. In that case, you could do a unique strategy, which, well, it doesn't save much time. It isn't cool because, like, you don't have to run over to get them instead. Otherwise, taking out the Ardrox versus usually faster. Alright, great battle. We're probably not going to get many chiefs or Tetra, but don't worry. We only actually need 1600 for the A rank, so we should still be alright. Yeah. Not much else to say here. Oh, because of the accept, I'm not even taking any chances. Use a special set right off the bat. Not even giving it a second thought here. Both manhandle and what is it? We got Meltbound and Goma have so low stun times that they get up really fast. So of course we want to slowing them to make sure that they can. Because we're going to be relying on that Fight Sash to pretty much get through everything now. If you're wondering why I'm delaying my answer on Donald, that's actually on purpose. For some reason, Donald has a weird bug. I'm not sure if every boss has this, but if you try to use an attack that makes King Donald whatever, or rather something that automatically knocks him down, like Extreme Crush mainly. If it's not an automatic magic attack, King Donald will sometimes just evade it from the reason. Which almost just happened there. For some reason, I found out the only reason it happens is because when he's standing still or just moving around doing absolutely nothing, for some reason the game disables a bit for Extreme Crush. And so Extreme Crush just always misses during that thing. Don't ask me why it happens, it's just dumb. So in order to carefully make sure your Extreme Crushes actually work, you have to be very cautious. Do it. Later, just so we can get our up later, because we do want to use at least stone magic on something. There we go. Got that before, just before he got up. Alright. Now this looks like we're taking a long time, but it's not actually, because remember, this is the slower of the two battles already. Or faster. Now it's only taking 9 minutes by default, so there's not much you can really do to speed it up. Magic to end this thing. There we go. So that feat doesn't take any of our items. I know that could be awesome when he does that. Okay, so that strat does work. Just barely. Pretty tight. Again, idiot wants to jump. We'll just use the time to dash a fountain instead. Hey, I'm right here, idiot. Once again, idiot Goma strikes again, literally turning away from me despite being there. If they're going to fix this AI, they better just lock onto the within a very specific distance, particularly really close. I should not have to get the strategy just going wandering off to a certain area. If there's any bug that the game should fix if a Switch 2 version of this ever gets made, it's that one. Seriously, I need to patch up this game. It is sort of getting old anyway. I'm not trying to say that to be mean, I just feel like that's what they should do. In some cases, the Wii U thing actually feels a lot better. It's kind of weird to say because lower of the game stuff, well, the Wii U version actually has somewhat less bugs as well, with the root. At least when compared to the Switch version, which sometimes has lots of classes and also the two-player mode then. This version doesn't work great, whereas the original version works perfectly. It's multiplayer, it was the least decent. Yeah, instantly usable, and it was actually pretty fun to play. I did play that. I have saying that, I did say that I was going through and doing different stuff, but my brother also played games with me, and Hyrule Warriors is one of the games we used to play together, and I will say, it was quite fun. So, yeah, seeing as the fact that the multiplayer is the same doesn't seem to work as great, whatever. I guess at least you can play on a controller and not have to play on the controller like you did last time, but hey, I guess it could. Anyway, though, So, yeah. I'm not gonna mention too much else because it's that time again where we're gonna see you guys when the timer is concluded, and with it the battle as well. See ya, and good night, folks. Alright, after getting rid of that foe there, as you can see, the timer's concluded. With it, the battle ends well. Let's just say it was a long 3 minutes. I'll just leave it at that. But now we're going to the next battle. As just say, we did get the make at the very least. Did not get free kick kills, of course, because, yeah, this is Tetra. It's not the fastest at taking stuff out. But, well, there's still got a long way to go. So we're moving on to Brave Battle number 2. We'll just go right into it. There's no point in waiting on these. They already take 12 and 50-minute cheats respectively, so the sooner we get through this, the better. We probably should not restart them, even though I might be tempted to do it. Couldn't do the thing right away, so we're gonna have to just special down Goma instead to make up for that. So this is the very strategy I mentioned. If you have a special fountain boss, you don't really like tackling giant bosses, you could just spam this until they're weak. Spam fountains, and then you can just beat them that way. It's not as fast as doing them normally, since you can 3 point dash faster, but it is a consistent way of ensuring they do not get up. So, yeah, if you guys struggle with giant bosses, that's probably what you're gonna have to use. Use the normal strategy. So, it's just doing this 3 times, then attacking once with the special. Sometimes, depending on the boss, you may have to attack a second time, but to work about a good 90% of the time so far. Hey, get back here. Right here. Oh my gosh, stop being an idiot, Ardrot. Idiot Ardrot strikes again. Can't seem to find me after time. This is what the AI, this is what I mean about fixing the AI. They need to make this AI attack sooner. That way it won't get very complicated. I get what it's trying to accomplish, sort of, though. Like, they want this there to be evasive, but don't make them dodge around several times despite me being right in the universe. It's just not a great thing to do. I really missed that because I was focused on the magic tree. Oh my gosh, look at all these aircrafts around here. That's at least 3 dozen aircrafts. I'm actually gonna use a special just to mostly get rid of them. That's how many there are. That I'm gonna willingly use a special early just to try and get rid of them so they don't interrupt my combos. They're probably not going to, but like, yeah. Okay, is there another one? Okay, good. We got rid of them all. I don't think I've ever seen that many airboss keep together at once. Usually they're already dead because our specials are so powerful, or AoEs are so powerful that they just take it out right away. But this is not bad. Oh yeah, by the way, this terrain does not work well with hard tracks. I don't think they were even intended to be fought in this terrain at all. That's why they barely use them here. They keep on glitching through the wall after you try to fight one. A little weird, but it is what it is. Completely missed, so things are probably gonna have to and alright, back down. That was really essential fault though, not bad good man. Alright. Well, the summoner's already out. Let's try and look for him while we wait. Not in this area, so probably in somewhere else. Immediately get rid of that big front soldier right away. looks like the thing that's blinking is more on the right side so far. Alright. First down at Tadala opens his mouth when I don't need him to. Yeah, okay, good. We opened it right away. This part. Good. Invite it out. Really, it seems to not obey his mouth this time, which is a good thing. Start doing that more frequently, that would be nice. Okay, we're about kind of even now going into the second battle. Now we've kind of found our stride at this character. It's kind of going even with the other characters so far, but that's just saying that to be kind. I still think it's one of the slower characters in the day. I'm gonna do something different because that master is being annoying. We're gonna take out his summoner right away ASAP. Get him off the screen so we do not have to worry about him. We can focus exclusively on the knuckles. Fortunately, I did not see that he also opened it now because I was busy focusing on our stuff, but at least we still have extreme pressure knock him down too, so we'll go ahead and do that. Almost missed by one hit again. We'll trick you whenever that happens. Yeah, we'll interrupt you mid-roll if I have to. I cheat better, because I know your weaknesses. You don't go. Again, one hit away. Being one hit away, but maybe we can fix that by annihilating some of the troops here. So, yeah. You know what to expect now. We'll see you guys when the timer is concluded, and with it, the battle as well. See ya. Alrighty, guys. The timer is concluded with it, the battle as well. Yeah. Just say it's been a long time now. It was a long time coming. But we're out of that. Now we're going to move on to final battle of this series, or I mean the video, which is the Brave Battle 3. Big Battle Level 3. Hooray! The same old stuff all over again. To be fair, people do seem to be excited for this. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job by showcasing it. Feel free to skip these videos if they do get repetitive, but also jump to them if you're struggling with doing the battle and boss challenge with a certain character, because Tetra, my guide's probably going to be one of the... April's going to probably be one of the few that actually showcases it. Because if you try doing it at like one of the speed runs, they do it all from start to finish. And it's using like segments or whatever, so it can be very hard to track what they're doing here. Because in my guide, it's very clear what we're doing in which video. And I couldn't do anything. Just retap being just as annoying as ever. I'm gonna do this kind of a weird way first. I'm gonna use a train crush. Then I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, by actually just focusing on them, but using Magic Fountain with magic this time. Seems like a waste at first, but remember, we can always just knock the boss back down again. It's not really a big deal. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. Save a little bit of time there. Finish him off. Don't want to knock on this one, so do this. dodge. You can't dodge this hard drop. Sorry, mate. Took you out anyway. Okay, so I learned a new strategy for taking out these ghosts quick. So let's do that strat. What I mean by that strat, I mean going all the way over here first. And before I even do anything, because these mana stocks would be annoying. Otherwise, we're gonna get rid of them now. Then we're gonna get rid of this Goa because she's the farthest away from all the bosses. Being right now, we do not have it later, which is always a nice thing. It's a little bit more damage for attacks, which is nice to know. Okay, now we're running over to the other one on the edge, because again, if we take too long, that Goa will power up all the other ones. We're simply doing that other one. We were simply doing that other one first because it was closer to where we were. It saves time not having to use the Extreme Crush a second time. Magic Fountain. Took a second time. One disadvantage of it though is we do not go any close to the Wandering Spirit fighting, so we'll end up probably getting a very vicious grudge. Attack normally. Or not? Okay. Got the thing that we need. Kinda wasted Exchange Crush trying to do that though. Again, not gonna restart this forever. This is a long battle already. You don't want to restart a 50-hit battle. This is the last thing I'd want to do multiple times. Well, just looking at that, I think I'm gonna do this a couple more times early this time. So we only have to do this twice instead of 2 times. Both because it's faster and also because our strategy didn't work for taking out Goa. Like I said, she has the second fastest get-up animation in the game. Stay down for very long. Thought it was instinctively doing something else. I think I was more focused on the beat at the actual enemy. Kind of forgot that Goa was oh well. Yeah, it's like still use the laser tag, so I can fly. That time it worked out the way I wanted it to. Maybe we were just barely too slow the one time. We're gonna go over here and preemptively stop the treasure. Is it possible they did get out? No, I just didn't. Oh, I have no idea. Does look like some of these characters are powered up, just not all of them. thinking that Sasha has a bigger range, but it doesn't. How many specials we have to use against this will make it work. Sorry if this looks so bad, but again, this is the only fast way I could figure out to defeat these enemies is Tetra. It is what it is. Just a large amount of manhandles to deal with. There we go. That's handle it down, and now we got all the big troops in around again. Start by using magic, I guess, first. So we were just barely too slow at taking out. It was not by much, but yeah, I figured if it was gonna happen on one battle, it was out because Tetra is so slow at takedown enemies. I figured he wouldn't be able to make it at the end. As long as I can take out the Saffron enemies early, it'll be alright. Go ahead and drink a potion for good measure as well. Here's at least too. You read that, good night, and yeah, gonna see you guys timer included with it, the battle as well. Alrighty, guys, the timer's concluded with it, the battle as well. I can't seem to find magic in here. There we go, alright. And that is the end of this first part of Tetra's challenge mode. We'll see you guys in the second video where we tackle Tetra's second part of challenge mode, which is, of course, the survival battles. It's gonna be very interesting with her, although I'm at least starting to get a hang of her combat setup, so maybe these survival battles will be somewhat difficult, but we'll see. Comment, rate, subscribe for some more info, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a like as well. Be sure to leave a like. That does help out a lot. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!